Hey guys, be sure to like me on Facebook and follow me on Instagram for extra content you won't see here. Click the links in the description below.
Hey, what's up guys? Evera94 back again with another action figure review, and today we're going to look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Monster Venom Build-A-Figure. This is definitely one that most people are quite excited about, so I'm very happy to bring you guys the review. If you guys are interested in building your own Monster Venom, completing the set, then check out the links down below in the description where you guys can check out bigbadtoystore.com. You guys can pick up a set right there and build your own Monster Venom figures. So with that said, let's get right to it and build them. That was quite the difficult build there. It took quite the amount of force to get in the legs. The legs are so tight to get into the peg hole that, I mean, it was making some loud squeaking noises. Jesus. Yeah, that's how hard it was. But once you get him together, at least you know he's not going to fall apart. And he looks so nice. He looks very nice. This is yet another really good looking Build-A-Figure. They're really doing a great job with the Build-A-Figures. Although they're not too gigantic, we're never going to get Toy Biz sized Build-A-Figures anymore. But at the end of the day, this is the free figure of the wave. This is the extra figure you get for buying the entire set. So this is well worth that. I think this is a great looking Venom figure. This is a figure that you're never going to get in a single carded release. It's not even going to fit in the box. So building him up together as you collect these very nice figures from this wave is well worth it. So we get Poison in this wave. We get Venom in this wave with the pork grind head that comes with the one and only Spider Ham, of course. Then we do get a very nice new and improved remake of Carnage. And then of course we do get the Typhoid Mary. And last but not least, the infamous Scream figure that's going to be falling over on everyone's shelves this year. Very hard to get her to stand up without her falling back because of that headpiece. But that's all of them. So there's your set of figures to collect to make this very nice Monster Venom figure. I think in the end of the day, it's well worth the pickups. So here is your Venom Build-A-Figure, and this is very nicely sculpted, I can say, and painted. We can take a look at this very cool head sculpt. The tongue is sculpted in a swirl like that, and everything's painted very nicely. There's only this one face. Would have been cool to have a regular face too, or head entirely, of course. And but nonetheless, I think this is gonna look great either way. The sculpt on this guy is nice. I like the veins all over the body. They put veins everywhere, just showing the massiveness of his muscles, how crazy bulky he is. I mean, everywhere you look there's veins, so I like the sculpt on that, and overall it's nice. So they have this purplish blackish mixture of colors for the background color, and then the foreground has the, of course, the Spider Venom logo, and it came out so good on this Build-A-Figure, at least mine. Sometimes you'll get one or two that are kind of messed up, but this one looks nice. I like the way they have it made to like fade out a little bit on the edge. It's not like super clean, it's like a little bit faded. Don't know if they intended to do that, but it looks good nonetheless. On the back we can see I love it. It looks good. So they did a great job with that. We got some tendrils on the shoulder, some tendrils on the back over here. Those are there for good. Those are not removable. And then we got a little one over here. So they didn't go too crazy with the tendrils, but they still gave us some, which is nice. Would have been cool to have removable tendrils. An option would be to cover these peg holes, which are always going to be there because of the joints, to have a little tendril attachment there. Just an idea. But the nails aren't painted, but do they ever paint their nails on their figures? They never do. I've never really seen it. There's the toenails. So it's the same color as the skin, which I'm sure it should be black, but it is what it is. So Monster Venom's articulation, let's take a look at it. We have the head, which is weird because the head kind of is, you see how we're looking forward, the peg hole is actually on the side. It's on the back, but I mean, that's just kind of where you're used to having it go down like this. So automatically the peg's supposed to be forward. So when you put it on, that's how it's gonna be. And you can of course move it up, all the way up, which is cool. But it's not gonna go down, because all the way down is gonna be him looking straight forward. So that's as far as he's gonna go. Looking left and right really isn't gonna happen. The only thing he can do is swivel like this, and that looks kind of weird. So you can do all the way upside down. So you're not really gonna turn his head. It's only gonna have a head tilt, and that's because of the way they designed that peg hole. So his arms are gonna go forward and back, and they're really stiff and they're nice. They're not gonna fall or get loose anytime soon. So forward and back, they go in and out as so, that far. We got a bicep swivel. We have a single jointed elbow that has a really good bend. Swivel at the wrist with a hinge at the wrist. Also a ab crunch that clicks forward and back. We have a waist swivel. T-jointed legs go forward and back. And we have a thigh swivel. Double jointed knees are really stiff too right there. The ankles are going to hinge forward and back. They're going to pivot, and we do get this really nice shin swivel right here on the lower shin that makes his foot swivel. Now I wanted to point this out. It's not really noticeable, but you can kind of see there's a curve to his leg. He's not going to have it straight out. The leg does not go straight out, so they're kind of bent at all times. But don't get afraid, don't get scared. It doesn't mean he's gonna not stand straight, because you can easily get him to stand straight with his knees kind of bent like that, as you can see. But you can kind of see that bend right there. You just kind of position his ankles a certain way to get him to stand. Alright, so I know I already gave you guys an idea of the sizes thanks to the beginning of the video, but let's throw them in again and see the height differences side by side this time. And you can see I like the pork rind head, so that's why I keep having it on this body. So they're almost the same height. If you look at the top of the ears here, pretty much the same height as Monster Venom when it comes to pork rind. Now when we put it in Carnage, you can see how he's a little bit shorter, of course. He's definitely not going to be a tall figure. There's Cable next to him. Still stands a little shorter than Venom. And I wanted to get him next to a taller Build-A-Figure piece here, and we have Sasquatch from the Deadpool Wave 1. I did mention that Hasbro never paints nails, and they actually did paint Sasquatch. It's pretty funny, but there they are next to each other. Alright guys, and that does it for my review of the Monster Venom Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure from the Venom series of Legends. You really can't sit there and say that this is not a really nice looking Build-A-Figure. I think this came out very nice, actually nicer than I thought it would be, and I'm very satisfied with the outcome of this. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this figure. I think a lot of people are going to like it, and it's with a lot of good reason. I personally think Hasbro hit it out the ballpark with this figure. I do really want his head to move down more, but they really can't do anything about that. I mean, his chest is so bulky, and this is the way his head needs to be sculpted that there's just no way he can bend his head down any further. You get the ab crunch, so he can look down thanks to the ab crunch, and we can get him into some nice poses regardless of his size, thanks to, you know, shin swivels, ankle pivots, all that good stuff. So overall, it's got all the articulation you could ever want in a Build-A-Figure. So I'm happy about that, and I'm just really happy about this Build-A-Figure overall. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Leave a like if you did. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I want to know your thoughts. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always guys, I'll catch you in the next one.